Men, I've got a verse from you from the book of Ephesians chapter 4, and this may not be men specific, but I believe it's important for every believer, every person, because things happen in life. Things will happen to you, and I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but more than likely somebody's going to disappoint you, somebody's liable to betray you, somebody's liable to treat you wrong. And there's an old saying, we can't necessarily control what happens to us, but we can control our response to what happens to us. And here's a verse in the book of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 31. It says, "Let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice," with all bad intent. Men, I've seen some men that things have happened and they're bitter men, they're angry men. If they get talking, they talk about this so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that, so-and-so did this over here. We see things may happen in our lives, but we can push those things out by saying, I'm going to forgive that person. I'm going to release that person. I'm not going to hold this against them. I'm not going to hold a grudge. You see, many times the quality of life that we have, the quality of life in our soul, the quality of peace and the quality of joy that we have, even as men, comes down to sometimes how well we've done at pushing out the things that have happened to us, the people that have disappointed us and let us down, and push those things out and just say, you know what? I'm just going to forgive them. I'm not going to dwell on that. And one of the key things it says is let it get out of your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't begin to speak it and rehearse it. Sometimes, men, just to have a happier life, sometimes may just be you stop talking about the bad things that have happened to you, or the person that has betrayed you, or you keep bringing it back up again. Guys, I'm going to talk as guys. Sometimes you eat something and you sort of burp, and this is going to be gross, but sometimes that stuff comes back up and it tastes all awful in your throat. Sometimes when you rehearse those things and go back over those things, it's like that stuff coming back up in your system, and it tastes worse and it tastes awful. So listen, guys, how about we forgive people and we quit bringing that stuff up? And I bet you'll find out your quality of life, your quality of relationships, your quality of your marriage, and maybe even the quality of your time with your kids begins to increase because we get that bitterness and wrath out of our lives.